So, mindset?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
I'm all about mindset. It's,
Okay.
what creates the difference between you being in a negative place to a positive place.
Cool.
Happiness doesn't happen on accident. You have to decide that you're just going to be happy.
You can decide to just be happy.
Yeah, and then you got to figure out what action steps you got to take behind that. You can't just, I'm just going to be happy. If you're miserable and your life is, falling apart,
Yeah.
you got to really decide, are you going to invest your energy into the things that are already weighing you down?
Because you can decide to do things that will more than likely make you happy.
Yeah, well, literally on an energetic level, you can take your energy back from those things are going to happen whether you let them happen. If your life's crumbling, it's going to crumble. Those things are outside of our control.
Okay.
But what we have the control over is where we put our energy to.
Where we put our energy to?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
So what I mean by that is if theoretically you have a really crappy situation going on, right? And you can decide to pay with your attention to that situation, investing all this extra emotional energy into, oh, no, this happened, and so now I'm going to dwell on it and focus on how bad that sucks. Or you could decide that you're going to be proactive, invest that energy back into yourself. All that energy you'd usually spend worrying and dwelling in like misery or upset emotion, whatever it may be, you can decide consciously that I'm actually going to just be happy. And I'm going to I'm going to take that energy back and I'm going to go do something that actually makes me happy, like go on a hike or meditate or do little things that really add value back into you. So you're not basing your value off of what your life circumstances are.
Okay, so
really giving it back to you.
So when you go through kind of bad or negative situations, you still have the power to pay with your attention.
Yeah, pay with your attention.
And find out things to do to kind of get yourself back to be more happy, more positive.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's, it takes a lot of different self-discovery and just knowing you and discovering you of what is good for you, what's your soul nourishment, what are the things that get you in the right state of mind, and that's not necessarily an easy journey or a quick one, but when you do it day in and day out, it becomes really easy.
Are there like maybe the top 2 or 3 things like universally, virtually everyone could do?
Okay, so for instance, I just dropped my phone.
Okay.
Literally just dropped it. The screen broke. I had absolutely no emotional reaction. I was just like, okay, yeah, that broke. I'm like, I know I'm kind of klutzy, so I already bought phone insurance.
Okay.
And I'll just, get it fixed. But I could have, got really pissed off, screamed, yelled, or whatever. But I'm like, I'm in a good mood. I'm going to this thing happened. I'm going to decide to continue to be in a good mood because I'm going to do something with my life today that I want to do, which was, I was on the way walking here. So really just making that decision, making that snap decision that I'm going to show up the way I want to show up. Yeah.
Gotcha. I would think most people would have a hard time doing that.
Yeah.
How do you go about developing this skill of just being able to switch or just stay on track?
Yeah, I'm actually, that's actually something a lot of people ask me all the time, and I've realized that's something that I'm actually really, really good at. So I'm actually creating a course about that as we speak. That's kind of why I came up here. I just came up here to do my daily pages.
Okay.
So really finding that good balance between life, work, and self-care. Developing that relationship with yourself. And there's something I like to say is the worry is not worth the wait. The WEIGHT. Because the thing's already going to happen. But if you decide to add that extra worry, there's already the bad situation. And then there's literally your life energy that you're putting on top of that. And you're either using it proactively to help you get out of that situation, to elevate you above it, give you a neutral vantage point, or you're going to sink into that event and just dwell in that misery of whatever's going on there, whatever emotions you're going through. And that's fine for a second, but it's when you start to like sit there that, you know, your health starts deteriorating and you got a bad attitude and you start losing your friends and it just spirals. So you know, where your attention goes, energy flows and vice versa. So just being more conscious of really where we're putting our thoughts is a great way to start. Just looking at your thoughts. Is this something that is supportive of me or that is breaking me down? Even something as simple as dropping your phone and smashing your screen. I could be like, I could think, oh, I'm such an effing idiot, or, you know, I need a new screen.
So kind of investigating just thoughts as thoughts themselves.
Yeah.
And evaluating whether those thoughts are helping you in your goals or life.
Yeah.
And like if you've determined a thought is not helping you, how do you go about do you ignore that thought or do you just not take it seriously?
Okay, so this is seriously what I do. This is how I started off with it. So you're either investing in those good things or divesting from those bad things. And a really silly way to go about that is when this invasive negative thought comes in that might be repetitive and like kind of nagging, like, you know, saying, like, we'll use the phone example, you're so stupid for breaking your phone or whatever. Like, why didn't you have a case on it? Why didn't you have a screen cover? Like, all these things that I could have gone there. I didn't, but let's just say I did. I would literally tell those thoughts, like, have a conversation with your thoughts. Be like, okay, I hear you. I see you. Pretend we're in a car. You can sit in the back seat of the car. You can come along for the journey, but you're not driving the car. You have to, the centered part of you, the highest part that's making those clear, rational decisions that are not impulsive and unsupportive, but are really just loving and taking you in the direction of your dreams. Put those thoughts in the driver's seat. The rest, they can come along from their journey, but they need to know that they're sitting in the back seat. And it sounds super silly, but that's literally how I began, like, the dialogue of thought checking myself.
Wow. It seems to work, I guess.
That's
awesome.
It's definitely worked. I don't have to do that every time now, but that's how it started.
That's how you started.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Fun.
Yeah.
Fun. All right, cool. Anything else about that, Nakai?
No, yeah, just thank you for, I don't know, pulling me off the side of the
Sure thing.
talking to me. Like, I'm glad to be able to share with you what I'm working on.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing.
Totally.
Sweet.
Cool. Thank you.
Have a great day.
Thanks, you too.
Nice to meet you.
Where can I find your stuff at?
Cordial Curiosity is my channel.
Okay. Cool.
Sure.
Cordial Curiosity. How long have you had your channel for?
Going on 2 years.